So now the public portion is closed.
Public portion is closed, so I can go ahead and
Yes, you can.
thank the mic. Well, one is I'd like to thank the people that are out tonight. There's a number of people in this audience here dealing with some of the bar issues and the population growth in the downtown. I'd like to thank the partnership that are here, the residents, the business owners, and all in concern, including the council. I do not get to sit on the ABC board because it's a council function, but I would like to make some comments to what we've been doing over the last couple of months, actually since the first of the year, since I made this a priority this year to deal with our downtown. It's a little bit of a longer process. We all know there's been a multi-generation expansion in our downtown, with many people coming to visit our downtown for restaurants, the bar scene. We have many different age groups coming to our downtown, which lends us to some issues that have to be dealt with. One of the things that I would like people to understand is we have hired people to clean our downtown on Saturdays and Sundays, not in partnering with the partnership, but in concert with the partnership. They also have people in our downtown cleaning. We've done a study that deals with the loading and the traffic flow around the 3-block area, including D Hart, Maple, Market, and South Street. That's being vetted now by our planners, and that will be probably to the council for discussion in July. There have been numerous tickets issued to businesses in the area through our property maintenance. Personally, I have gone business to business with Tommy Alexander. I have personally gone into businesses and asked them to come outside and sweep in front of their stores. Our Clean Communities Coordinator has gone door to door to every business to let them know what the law is, what their responsibilities have. I even have taken Michael out there and have gone store to store. Now, what we've noticed is there's been an improvement. I mean, I've seen business owners out there actually scrubbing their sidewalks. I've seen business owners in the morning out there sweeping. I see our guys out there on Saturdays and Sundays picking up trash and trying to get a hold and keep this under the best control possible. Now, saying that, obviously we still have issues. So one of the things that I wanted to at least bring to the light of the council before their ABC hearing, because I don't get to sit on the board and make comments, is I think there are still issues that have to be dealt with. And one of the issues that we hear is about noise when the bars let out at 2 o'clock. I think that it's an issue that I think the business community recognizes. I think the partnership recognizes it. I think the parking authority recognizes it. I know the administration does, and I know the council does. So I think the first solution to this problem would be hiring 4 police officers Friday and Saturday nights from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. Now, saying that, it's not so easy to do. But I think that the ABC or the council has the authority to legislate through a fair and equitable way to create an ordinance or a piece of legislation through the Special Improvement District, but either one that works best, on creating a way to fund them. I think that it's time. I think there's been a great uptick in our downtown, and I got to tell you, these are good problems to have. On top of bars and restaurants that have opened up in our downtown, we also have probably 24 stores that are not bar and restaurants in the last 8 months opened up downtown. And those are numbers that I get from the partnership. You have women's boutiques that have opened up right across the street from these bars and restaurants. You have yoga places coming. Obviously, we all know yoga places have arrived. And the funny thing about, and I'm glad that there's a chuckle, but it's one of the leading fillers of our garbage cans or the yogurt cups. So, on saying that, and I'm going to take a few minutes, Council President, I hope you don't mind. I was just in Washington, D.C. for the weekend, and Councilwoman Feldman and I had discussed this. She had brought it to my attention, I guess probably about a month and a half or 2 months ago, on the solar garbage compactors. Well, we got to go around Washington, D.C. and see how they operate and see if they were successful, and they cost about $4,000 a piece. But I think it's something that we should seriously consider investing in. in our downtown, because it really does, that's Channel 12. So that's pretty good that we're getting coverage from Channel 12, huh? It's an important issue. We were just talking about, for those who didn't see it, solar trash compactors for our downtown instead of the open containers we use now. It looked like it worked down in where my wife and I work, so I think it's something we seriously need to look at. After many discussions over the last couple of weeks with business owners, the partnership, Park Authority, some members of the public, I think it's imperative that the business community, the partnership, Park Authority, and the administration and the council work together in solving the problems that we're dealing with downtown. These are good, I can only say this again, these are problems that we need to address, but it's a good thing Morristown going in the direction it's going. There's a lot of good, positive things happening. There's more residents going to be moving in the area. You know there's a proposed development on D Hart. You know new townhomes are being built on Maple. So it's important that we recognize that there's residential growth in our downtown and find a balance that works. So one of the things I suggest is, that I'm committing to right now, is the administration will pay for the next couple of months to fund contracted 4 police officers Friday and Saturday night from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. to keep patrol in our downtown and help with our police force at 2 o'clock in dispersing the crowds in a calm and quiet manner, the best possible. I believe tickets should be issued and penalties should be severe for those who break noise ordinances and are disorderly. And I think the message will get out very quickly if a few tickets are issued, that we want people to come enjoy our downtown. For those who actually get, and I have, and I've experienced this with Mary, and I guess it kind of shows my age a little bit, but we may be having something to eat in one of the downtown bar restaurants, and I think this just happened a few weeks ago, and come around 10:30, you see a younger crowd coming, moving in, and the music, you hear a little more thump in the music, and I guess, when you pass 50, the little thumping is for a little bit younger, and you move out, but you see that multi-generation change, and I can tell you this, we have spent many weeks in the last couple of months walking up and down South Street and around our downtown business, talking to many people. And there are a lot of younger people moving to our community. They're renting our multifamily homes. You take a walk down King Street, take a walk down Pine Street, go up on Prospect, go down Mills early. There's many people moving to our community that are enjoying what we have to offer. And I think it's a multi-generation issue. I think it's a positive thing. So the administration is willing to do that for the next couple of months. What I'm going to ask the council to do is to seriously consider drafting a piece of legislation for our business district that will deal with a way to fund these police officers in a fair and equitable way where not one person is bearing the cost of what many people are enjoying. And I say that, I think it has to be a tier system. I think there are some places that don't do as much business as others, and they shouldn't. I don't think it should have to have the same scale, but that's something you'll have to work out. And I'm going to ask the council to seriously consider that in their ABC hearing. I think that, and I mentioned this, and I'm glad Kevin from Morristown Green put it in the paper, that if you have creative cooperation amongst your government, your authorities, your business people, your residents, and the partnership, I think we can have great success in our downtown. We already are working as hard as we can. We're willing to do more. We're on the street on the weekends with the garbage. We're dealing with the issues that are affecting the businesses in that area and the residents. We'll continue to work hard on those issues. The parking authority and I have had many conversations about what takes place in the parking garage on D Hart. I think they have a responsibility also to deal with the noise level that takes place in that garage when these bars let out. I think that's also part of their responsibility, so we're going to have them in the discussion. I think that the lot on the Wells Fargo lot on D Hart Street is something also that has to be addressed. And I think that's a concern of one of the, a few of the neighbors on the community. And it's not something that we haven't discussed, and a few other council members haven't discussed before about operation of that lot, which would be good if the parking authority could have some operation there for security and for keeping it in order. You know, in the nighttime. Obviously, people like to have the free lot, so I think if you work the hours on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and a little later, I think for those who travel on D Hart and look for a place to park at 8 o'clock at night on a Saturday, you're not parking in that Wells Fargo lot. It's pretty full. And that has to do with community theater and other entities and people coming to our restaurants. You can go in on a Roots, which is a very popular steakhouse here in Morristown. I think the owner's here, so I'm going to kind of give you a little plug. Urban's good too. I go to Urban. But you can go in on a Roots on a Wednesday night and it's full. So the town is doing well. But that doesn't mean we don't have a responsibility to make sure we get our arms around the growth and continue to work hard because the residents deserve that quality of life, the same as we do and the residents that I live 2 blocks away. Now saying that, I can tell you, it's going to take a few minutes. Business administrator is working on setting up a meeting, which I think some council members should attend, on working in Ward 4, District 2, on parking regulations, to deal with any overflow parking that we get from uptown. I think Michael has setting that up with the parking authority, he's shaking his head yes, and the partnership in the next 2 weeks. So we are actively pursuing all the issues that we can as far as administration. I'm going to put the onus on council to, I think one way to deal with it is to set up a council committee, work with the administration, the partnership, the parking authority, and business owners to come up with a fair and equitable solution to fund what I think will be a big benefit to the population that moves out of these bars at 2 o'clock in the morning and make sure they disperse in the best manner possible. So I hope you can support that and think about that as you go into your ABC hearing. I can't sit on the board. I wish I could, but I can't. I think the business community is out here. I think the residents are out here. And I think there's a real positive here. And if we focus on the positive and we have that cooperation from all entities, we can be successful with this and continue to have great success in our downtown. So saying that, I think I've said enough. I hope some of the residents that are here heard that, where we're at and what we're willing to do. And hope they can be supportive too, and that's it. Thank you.
So let's move on to the council liaison reports.